Hello, good fellows. Brass Willy here with you today. We are talking about the brand new Glock 28. So what is a Glock 28? Because everyone I've explained this to has scratched their head and said, what the hell is this thing? Well, as you can see, it's clearly Glock 26 sized. And here's the magazine, by the way. This is next to a 43X magazine. So it is a small little chode of a pistol here. It's in 380. So you can see that there. You can see on the slide, it is 380 auto. It's mentioned by Glock USA. Now this is, as far as I can tell, a Gen 3 pistol. It has your traditional Gen 3 stuff, which includes this nice fat grip here and crappy Glock sights. You just saw me clear it, and I'll flag myself and you all freak out anyway. And our wonderful, beloved little Glock trigger there. Now, this was, as best as I can gather, a foreign pistol for markets where they could not own military calibers like 9mm, so they made a Glock 26 in 380. It's got a weird locking mechanism. I don't know how much detail you can see here, but it's kind of ramped here, and you'll see it unlocks, right? It unlocks, and I'll show you here. It's kind of drops down. So it is soft. Unlike the majority of the 380s on the market, which are straight blowback, this thing is a really soft shooter. Now, that's a good characteristic. A negative characteristic, of course, is that you don't get your pinky. I have incredibly small hands, and in fact, I'm probably the only person on the planet who the Glock finger grooves really work. And by the way, I love the Glock grip angle as well, so hate me or not. But anyway, that is a real detriment to this, and you'll see Nick show some footage of Ben shooting this pistol back-to-back with the 43X, which, as you can see, I can get a full grip on, full pinky.
201. 192.
It's much slimmer, although it is substantially longer. So you can see how fat this sucker is right there. And then from the back as well, you'll see it's a chunky pistol. That might impact your concealability, but really the major impact for the shootability with these two pistols is the full grip here. I would say the 43X was a little faster. Now the elephant in the room, though, that we all want to talk about, is 380 versus 9mm. Nick's going to show you some footage or some charts and graphs, maybe some video of Lucky Gunner and some others who've done the ballistic testing on the 380 versus 9mm, but I personally consider 380 to be a marginal caliber. I think it's limited. I think you can get either good penetration or you can get good expansion. Again, this is from what I've seen, but 380 ammunition that gets consistent and reliable expansion with the penetration of 12 to 18 inches in gel that we're looking for is rare. So if you want to use this, you really have to pick the right ammunition. That said, why would anyone choose this little guy over this one? Well, it depends. Your hands might be gargantuan and you actually might like the fat hump as well as the thickness here and the thickness here, whereas again, for my little hands, the slim lines are the way to go. Other than that, capacity is the same, essentially. You've got 10 rounds here, you've got 10 rounds here. You could put a Pierce grip extension to get the full pinky, but you're not going to gain any capacity because this is such a rare, weird gun coming from out of market. As far as I know at the time of this recording, there aren't higher capacity magazines for this one. This one, you can get the shield arms mags, so you can fit in a magazine essentially this size, 15 rounds. For those who don't know, they're actually using the CZ magazine bodies with a different magazine release. I have put CZ magazines in my Glock 43X. They fit, seat, they will run. The only issue is the magazine release is different on them. So as far as which one I would pick, again, it's personal preference. This is my personal gun. I find it handy, really easy to shoot. I didn't see much of a difference in performance. In fact, This one had a little better performance than this one, just from a time standpoint, as well as in my opinion, the ballistic performance. So if you are really recoil sensitive, then this might be it. And I think that's why we're seeing a resurgence in the market of 380s right now. You've got the Cheetah, you've got the Smith & Wesson EZ, you've even got the double stack LCP. So there is some market for compact 380, but personally, I like 9. It keeps things simple, and I reload 9. And so when you reload ammo, you get to shoot more ammo. And for me, that's an important factor in any gun you're going to carry. You should train with it consistently. So in closing, I just want to remind you guys, or encourage you guys, be a Second Amendment absolutionist. Stop trying to compromise with people. Compromise requires you to get something in return, and the people who are seeking to restrict your rights offer nothing. In fact, when they say how many children have to die, that's not a question. That's a threat from them. They are more than willing to sacrifice bodies in their goal of civilian disarmament and firearm confiscation. Their goal is to get society to a point where you are willing to trade your freedom for peaceful slavery that they are offering. What could go wrong when the government is the only one with violence? You don't want to live in that kind of monopoly. We've seen what happened. So in summary, do not compromise. They only need to win once, and then you are stuck in court for years trying to reclaim your natural and inherent rights, which the government is prevented from infringing upon.